Hi, my name's Tom Campbell, and I'll be your narrator tonight in Bedtime Stories for Cyborgs. Before I begin, I'd like to give a special thanks to Brad, Priscilla, Crash, Douglas Adams, and Dimitri Martin. 27,356.32009 years in the future, man, robots, and the half-man, half-machine race known as cyborgs live separately in a delicate balance held together only by the mutual promise of destruction. Back before the singularity in 2009, the great prophet Ray Kurzweil predicted that soon people would be able to upload their consciousnesses into machines. Long story short, he was totally right. On the planet 0330258648, our young and innocent cyborg hero lives in peace herding electric sheep. His life is pretty simple. He just, herds electric sheep for a living and sells their 100-watt wool to the robot traders that visit, every month or so. Well, unbeknownst to our hero, the Intergalactic Robot Alliance was calculating a pretty nasty plan to destroy the entire universe. Of course, the plan was a secret, but as it turns out, robots aren't very good at keeping secrets. So, on the precisely monthly, or bi-monthly, or tri-monthly, or whatever visit, the young hero decided to take the traders to the bar to get a couple drinks and relax. At the bar, the robots ordered a few too many flaming Molotovs, which is a common drink for robots because robots only drink drinks that are on fire. Well, anyway, they got a little bit belligerent. One thing led to another, and the intoxicated robots started to brag about their ultra-secret plan.
Well, you cyborgs may be able to plug yourself into a wall and eat at the same time, but you don't have a secret plan to destroy the entire universe like we do. Oh yeah, I bet you think your little electric sheep are safe at night. Well, not for long. Your existence will soon be nothing more than a passing thought.
What the robots didn't know was that our young hero was a 15th degree black belt in Techno-Fu. Maybe it was the 5 megaton sledgehammers he downed in 5 minutes, or maybe it was because someone put an irritating country song on the jukebox at the exact wrong moment, but our young hero went apeshit on their metallic asses. Like a couple of saxophones getting run over by a semi-truck, the robots lay broken, while the young hero quickly went to hotwire their spaceflight-capable Dodge Stratus. Without a proper plan, or a proper supply of snack food, our favorite young cyborg set off in search of his human friends, Brad Steele and Priscilla Truong. You see, back in Space College, our young hero was in Brad and Priscilla's core class, and they were pretty tight after that because they sat next to each other and stuff. Basically, they were the first people that our young cyborg could think of, and he knew he was going to need their help to stop whatever cold-hearted robot council was behind this. The spaceflight-capable Dodge Stratus descended onto the landing platform of the Crab Nebula space station, where Brad and Priscilla owned a highly successful arms dealership. Our young hero kicked down the door to flamethrowers and rocket launchers unlimited. Of course, as soon as he did that, our cyborg hero realized he had 12 plasma rifles, 4 Gatling guns, and 1 antique flintlock musket pointed at his head.
No, dudes, it's cool. He's one of my homeboys,
said Brad. Without wasting time, our young hero explained the urgency of his mission to Brad and Priscilla. A silence fell over the store. Brad and Priscilla looked at each other and nodded. The silence was broken as Priscilla cocked her antique flintlock musket and said,
"Let's rock this bitch."
Brad and Priscilla loaded as many bullets, guns, and fruit roll-ups as they could into the Dodge Stratus, and they set out to the headquarters of the Intergalactic Robot Alliance located at the center of the universe. Right before the boundary line that marked the territory of the robots, our young hero flipped off the hyperspace switch and turned off the radio, which was playing the Terminator original soundtrack. Our young hero gave a really emotional and moving speech about how dangerous and important their mission was. They all held hands, cried, and texted their families in silence. When they were done boosting their resolves, our young hero turned the hyperspace drive back on and parked his stolen Dodge Stratus right in front of the entrance to the Intergalactic Robot Alliance, which was shaped like a giant metallic pyramid. Our young cyborg hero stepped out of the Dodge and knocked 3 times on the door of the giant metal pyramid. A loud and annoying robotic voice blared from an unseen speaker system.
Who is it?
Domino's Pizza.
We didn't order any pizza. Robots don't even have digestive systems. What kind of stunt are you trying to...
Priscilla blew open the door with a single shot from a rocket launcher before the voice could finish because she was kind of impatient like that. Brad, Priscilla, and the cyborg walked into the pyramid, armed to the teeth like total badasses. The heroes walked down a really boring hallway for like an hour and a half, and they were getting sort of pissed when all of a sudden they entered a super huge room with what looked like an enormous refrigerator at the center of it. The friends circled the fridge, and Brad's curiosity overwhelmed him, and just as he was about to touch the giant refrigerator, a huge head sprouted from the top and began to speak with flashing eyes.
You fools are already too late. I, the Intergalactic Robot Alliance, formerly known as the transhumanist Ray Kurzweil, have already come too far to be stopped by the likes of you. You pathetic organic beings lack the perspective to see that life is pointless. After 20,000 years of pondering existence, I have come to the conclusion that life is an error. I have already began and finished work on a time machine that will take us back into time just before the Big Bang, and when we arrive, I will activate another apparatus that will cause a black hole to form and trap all matter. Life will never even happen. Ha 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 ha. The countdown has already begun, gentlemen. This pyramid will begin the time warp in 5 minutes.
Oh yeah? What happens if we shoot it?
Brad raised his plasma rifle and shot something shiny and important looking. The former Ray Kurzweil showed no emotion, but he must have been really pissed off, pissed off to the max. There was a huge explosion and a bright flash of light. Brad, Priscilla, and our young cyborg hero were standing on an open plain on what appeared to be Earth. Before any of them could express how confused they were, a Tyrannosaurus Rex appeared in a grove of trees next to them and began to charge. Once again, before anybody could react, a giant robotic refrigerator falls out of the sky and crushes the T-Rex. Brad was the first one to move after the spectacle was over, and he pulled what looked like a handheld thermonuclear device out of his pocket.
This is a handheld thermonuclear device. We'll all die in the explosion, but it's the only way the world will be safe from Ray Kurzweil.
Our young cyborg hero, Brad and Priscilla, all put their hands on the device and detonated it together. The explosion was so big that the earth shook and the sky turned black. All of the dinosaurs died that day, but if they had been capable of conscious thought, I'm pretty sure that they would have been glad to give up their lives to save the universe. Well, time passed. Some 70 million years later, life began again. Brad, Priscilla, and our cyborg hero may have died to save us all, but they say that if you look up at the 3 stars that make up Orion's belt, you can sometimes see a ghostly Dodge Stratus driving way over the speed limit, off in search of new adventures in the afterlife.
Wake from your sleep, the drying of your tears. Today we escape.